Welcome, all of you, dear children. Hope you're all doing well. So, this is my last video of the second unit. Beautiful unit. All of you, you are enjoying the beautiful games and sports. And it is the true height written by David Nestor. So, children, in the previous video, we have looked how Michael Stone's parents inspired him. They wanted to see him as the champion. But not only hard work, as I explained you in that video, he was a great helper to the parents. And both the parents, with their beautiful stories, mother particularly with the stories, and father with the practicality, realism, they started inspiring him. Now, in this last video, conclusion, children, because our setup is completely National Junior Olympics, isn't it? This is the National Junior Olympics record. He must break. As I told you, he was aiming for the pole vault, isn't it? Persistence, perfection, obsession, passion. So these are the beautiful words. Apart from that, the three Ds: discipline, dedication, determination. All these things have become the assets for Michael Stone. Then what happened? It was the National Junior Olympics, the stadium, AstroTurf, already I told you, it was as hot as the competition. Tough competitors are there. And Michael cleared the bar at 17 feet 2 inches and 17 feet 4 inches. Children, here 1 inch or 0.15 inch, the record is set, National or international records, they will see like that only. So 17 feet 4 inches, Michael Stone cleared. Constant preparation, determination were his vision. And the crowd you see in the stadium, jam-packed stadium, all were thinking what he would do for the next turn. Now, in order to become the champion, he had to break his own record. Now, once one pole vaulter went and jumped, what happens? Next fellow will come. Obviously, he will jump more than him. So, who is declared champion? Who jumps the highest? Now, that is the true height. That is the record. Okay. So now, full of wet. He was wet with the sweat. See that moment. The bar was set at 9 inches higher than his personal best. That's only 1 inch of the national record. Just 1 inch of the national record. The intensity of the moment filled his mind with anxiety. See, sir, you can imagine now. He began shaking off the tension from his body. He became more tense. Why is this happening to me now? He thought. He began to get nervous. Fear would be a more accurate description. Actually, when those many people are watching at you and you are going to break the record, how it would be? Let whatever be the sport or game, but all the eyes are concentrated on you. The whole stadium silence, that's it. Such a silence. And here what is happening? When he held the pole in his hand, the sweat is oozing out. Oh my God. And he was becoming tensed. Then he got the words of his mother. Always used to tell him, Nana, whenever you feel tense, anxious or scared, just take a deep breath. Come on, take a deep breath. We'll do no meditation every day in our school. Children, all of you, okay, take a deep, come on, all of you. So like that, he took a deep breath. He was taking, Yes. When he started taking the deep breaths, then you see, don't know from where he got that energy. That's it. He gently laid his pole at his feet. He began to stretch out his arm and upper body. The light breeze that was once there was now gone. Of course, he could feel a trickle of cold sweat running down his back. But he carefully picked the pole. He felt his heart pounding. He was sure the crowd did too. The silence was deafening. See how beautifully Nastor used the words here. Now, when you concentrate on my words, close your eyes and listen, you see, no? You can imagine that you were in the stadium. His heart was pounding. Silence. See, I stopped here. How was the silence? It was deafening. See, a deaf person, what he could hear? Like that, those many people, spectators are there in the stadium. Nobody is speaking. All are looking at him, watching whether he would clear that bar or not. Isn't it? When he heard the singing of some distant robins in flight, he knew it was his time to fly. He was on the ground, holding the pole, and up in the air some robins. Robins means birds. They are flying. Now he just determined, yes, I must reach on to them. He began sprinting down the runway, sprinting, running quickly. Something felt wonderfully different yet familiar. That's it. He ran like anything, Nana. Just ran like anything. When he took a deep breath, it happened. Sir, what happened? Sir, tell sir fast. He began to fly. His takeoff was effortless. Michael Stone was flying as how he flew in childhood dreams. Only this time he knew he wasn't dreaming. This was real. True height. See, the title has come. True height. Everything seemed to be moving in slow motion. Imagine, Anna. He was running and he just pounded that pole onto the ground and he was just lifting his body up. Slow motion. He was going up, up, up. And he was about to clear the height which was set as a target. And he was about to fall over the bar, the other side. And here you see how Michael was. He was soaring with the majesty of an eagle. Big eagle. How with a majesty? The word majesty is used for the king. Like that he was soaring, going up, rising up. Already I told you about soar in my previous video. It was either the eruption of the people in the stands or the thump of his landing that brought Michael back to earth. That's it, Anna. When he crossed the bar without touching it and he landed on the earth, oh my God! Shouting like anything. No, in the stands over there, Michael's parents were also sitting there. You remember, no? Bert Stone, Mildred Stone. Here, daddy was kissing his wife, Michael Stone's mother, crying desperately and hugging her. When we get excitement, what we do? Tears of joy, amazement, such a success, huge success for a boy who comes from village, countryside. He was crying harder than Mildred. Of course, mother was equally crying, but more than mother, father was crying. He didn't imagine that his boy would do like this. She also knew he was crying the greatest tears of all. What are those tears? Tears of pride. See, children, for parents, always I used to tell you, they should cry for you and the tears should be of pride. But you should not make them cry, why this fellow is born to me or why this girl is born to me. Every time I used to tell you, parents should feel proud of us. They should feel proud of you. And tears should come out of their eyes out of pride. Such type of achievement you have to give for them in life. That's what Michael Stone gave. And what happened? The moment he landed, that's it. From the stands, people start running out and coming, surrounding him, hugging him, and lifting him on the top. You can imagine in the stadiums it usually happens. Swarming like bees. The bees swarm, SWARM. Surrounded. Congratulations, Artik. Oh, you done it. You're superb. Oh my God. Heaps of prizes around. He later went on that day to clear 17 feet 6.5 inches. Now that is a record, children. It is a national and international junior Olympics record. Then what not? All the media attention, heartfelt congratulations. There was no one left in the stadium coming to him, hugging him, shaking hands with him, and just, oh my God, words of praise. Michael's life would never be the same. It wasn't just because he won the National Junior Olympics and set a world record. Naturally, if any one of us set a record only, oh, that's a big festival in our family. You know, small record we achieved. Oh, it's a big function. Come on, party, for everything party. But this is not an ordinary joke. It is a National Junior Olympics, such a big record, champion in the pole vault, and it's almost a new world record. Before him, nobody else cleared that much height. Because it wasn't because he had just increased his personal best by 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches he increased. As I told you, Michael Stone broke his own record. Sometimes we see we have a competitor, no problem. Somebody has come as a competitor and he or she competed with us and they broke our record. Again, we'll try. But there are no competitors for you. You yourself, isn't it? You yourself competed with yourself and you broke your own record. How great it is, how beautiful. That's it. The whole media, and as I told you, Michael's parents, everybody, his coaches, who not, they were all very, very, very proud of him. Tears of pride in everybody. Sir, you are telling very much, sir. I think most of you may. Yes, correct. Because we didn't do no. Naturally, when we think about other achievements, it is nothing for us. But children, here you must know one good point. That is the main conclusion of this true height. Such a blast at the last. Blast at the last. What do you know? It is not because the media gave that much attention to Michael Stone that he cleared his best by 9.5 inches. It was simply because, children, please, once again, it was simply because Michael Stone was blind. Michael Stone was blind. Oh my God. Sir, you didn't reveal this in the beginning. Had I revealed this in the beginning, how it would have been, you tell me. Now you see the excitement. So we have been discussing the great pole vaulter of the world, Michael Stone, who was blind and who set the international record in pole vaulting. Chalo, now is it? I think hope you really enjoyed this true height. Have the sportive spirit in you. Okay. So catch me up in the next coming videos. With this we conclude the beautiful real story of the greatest pole vaulter Michael Stone, written by David Nastor. Bye children.